It's Thursday, April 13th, 3 p.m. in Washington, D.C. I'm Hermela Argawi. This is your Ethiopia News Update. Sources say talks are ongoing between Ethiopia's army and Amhara regional forces after a new government policy to absorb regional forces into the national army caused outrage and armed confrontations in the region. Towns that saw the most unrest early in the week, Kombolcha and Debre Birhan, returned to regular business Thursday. We're also getting new details on an hours-long standoff between federal forces and armed militias that happened in Debre Birhan on Tuesday. The town is in the Amhara region and is about 75 miles northeast of the country's capital. Debre Birhan's mayor says the confrontation left several people injured and some dead on both sides of the fight, but the number of people is yet to be determined. Some IDPs that live in the town's large internally displaced camp were also hit. Officials and residents we spoke with say they had joined the protest against the government, and some were carrying guns. A city official says there was a meeting Thursday with residents and people from the IDP camps to discuss what happened. People we talked to say it's not surprising that IDPs would be frustrated. Tens of thousands are at camps in the area, according to regional office data. Many fled their homes from armed forces known as OLF Shene in the neighboring Oromia region, and there is a shortage of resources as the numbers in the camp grow. Wagana Tefera is in the U.S. for her master's. Her family, who lived in a town in Oromia for 11 years, was recently chased out by armed Oromo youth who are believed to be a part of OLF Shene. Tefera's parents and 3 younger sisters were lucky to have family to go to, but if they didn't, she says, they too would be at an IDP camp.
If they doesn't have their house, they will be homeless or living on the street. Like psychologically, they're all affected by it. Like you say, like why me? What did I do to deserve this?
At the Debre Birhan camp, there are many stories like Tefera's. A reporter on the ground tells us some say their Oromo neighbors hid them for some time until they could leave town. It's an ongoing issue that's increasingly frustrating Amharas in the country and contributing to their mistrust of the federal government, who appears to be doing very little to address the issues. We're reaching out to government offices for answers. This is Eyes on Africa News on Hermela TV. I'm Hermela Argawi. Thanks for listening. Please subscribe, share, and support independent journalism by making a one-time or monthly contribution. You can do that in one of 2 ways. You can go to eoanews.com and click on donate. That's eoanews.com, or become a monthly patron on our Patreon at patreon.com/Hermela TV. That's patreon.com/Hermela TV, or download the Patreon app, sign up, find Hermela TV, and hit become a patron to get started. Thanks for your support.